Hello friends old and new, and welcome to my very first paint with me. Honestly, lately I've been feeling art block, which I know is incredibly common in the art world, but it's not quite as common for me, because usually when I don't know what to draw or I can't think of a real piece to make, I tend to fall back on learning and developing my skills and honing in on things. I mean, I'm sure if you're here, you've seen my clothing study videos on TikTok and Insta, which are a perfect example of what I do when I have no idea what to do. But lately, the idea of learning intentionally sounds like a chore, which is really interesting for me because I'm the type of person that reads educational books for fun. So I decided, because my New Year's resolution was to go back to working with traditional art more and honestly use up some of the many art supplies that I've hoarded over the years, that I wanted to start practicing just doodling for fun. So that's kind of what this is. I didn't go into making this video with any sort of plan. I just kind of found a couple little reference images and ideas that I wanted to draw and just went from there. And it was really fun and really rewarding. And it's been a long time. I've never been quite so good at just sketching, and I've always been so very jealous of all those people who do the amazing sketchbook flip through videos where even their like crummy doodles look so nice. And I decided to take a crack at building something like that for myself this year, so I don't know why, but I've been super into painting oranges lately. Like, I have a whole other piece that's kind of weird. It's like a crow surrounded by oranges or something that maybe I'll paint next video. I guess maybe it's just because I'm longing for longer days and summer and probably more than a little vitamin D. That's what oranges give, right? I think? Maybe. Regardless. I also think they're just super fun to draw. They're pretty basic, sphere with just a little texture. But I especially like the foliage, like, those really fancy oranges you can get from grocery stores where they still have the little leaves on them, and you just feel bad for eating them because they're just so pretty, so they end up sitting on your table for far too long and then go bad and you never eat them. And no, just me? But yeah, I think the color contrasts are really nice. I'm really into this olivey green lately. It just feels earthier. And it gives like such bright and happy colors, like these oranges with the pink, like a more grounded feeling that I really enjoy. I kind of cheated and used my other hand here. I have a bad habit of doing that, even though I'm not as skilled with it. Whenever I'm too impatient to pull out my heat gun and make the paint dry, I tend to switch hands real quick sometimes. Honestly, I really struggle when it comes to drawing foliage, even though it's so pretty and it's my favorite thing to see in other people's art. I feel like it's so easy to get lost in all the details and feel honestly a little overwhelmed by how the leaves layer, and I feel like it has such a fine line between things looking natural or too sparse, or often I find myself having everything look really overcrowded. I'm pretty happy with how this ended up though. I'm glad I stuck through it. I think you can make some really fun, like, natural flowy compositions with branches and leaves that you wouldn't expect, or at least I wouldn't. I didn't really go in with like a plan of how I wanted the leaves to be textured. I probably could have gotten some reference images to make it more realistic, but I just kind of wanted them to look like a little crunchy, which I think I did. And here's me being completely obsessed with Arteza's peach red. I don't know why I love it so much. I mix it with everything and it makes everything just look so much happier and bright and neon, and I feel like it complements the orange so well. I also heavily relied on it on the bunny, as you can see. I don't know if I went a little too ham on all the little like pits of the orange skin, but it was fun. And honestly, this one was probably my favorite to draw out of all of them, even though it's the simplest. I just really love painting white objects because you don't have to focus on the local color. You can like work in all of those like juicy different colors either from your imagination or whatever it's surrounded with, and it'll still read as white, or it'll still read as the object that it's supposed to be, which is so fun. I see people paint like the most gorgeous like teacups online all the time, and they're like completely holographic, but they're still, you know, white. I don't know. Love that. Overall, I'm very happy with this simple little spread. I think it was a good start to this new project of mine. Thank you for watching my video, and if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe.